Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Middle Guy back again. And today I want to talk about Jasmine Crockett assaulting a journalist earlier. This broad is out of control. I don't know when she went full ghetto and lost her mind, but she needs to be arrested. There's no other way to say it. She needs to be arrested for this. So we're going to get into this article. Shout out to the National Post who wrote this. William Upton is the journalist who wrote this, the author. Dem Congresswoman assaults reporter in Capitol. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas physically assaulted journalist Charles Downs in the United States Capitol on Tuesday as the Loomer Unleashed DC correspondent pressed the far-left lawmaker on whether she would condemn the ongoing violent attacks on Tesla vehicles and showrooms. As Downs continues to question the Texas Democrat regarding her prior calls for violent action against the Elon Musk-owned electric car company, Crockett grabs his phone and appears to shove it downward aggressively. That's battery. That's battery. She should be arrested. Charles told me Jasmine's long fingernails scratched his hand, leaving a red mark and indentions from her nails on the top of his hand. Investigative journalist Laura Loomer, host of Loomer Unleashed, wrote in a post on X following the incident, she added, "It's clear elected Democrats have embraced violence against Trump supporters and members of independent media, even in the halls of Congress." Pretty apparent to me that's what they're calling for, and we see she committed an act of violence against this gentleman. In recent weeks, a number of Tesla showrooms around the country have been targeted in violent acts of vandalism. In Las Vegas, several Tesla vehicles at a company service center were set on fire in a suspected act of arson. Additionally, protesters have been filmed spray painting and vandalizing Tesla vehicles and other company property during demonstrations against Musk's involvement with President Trump's Doge Department of Government Efficiency. Last week, Congresswoman Crockett, while participating in a Takedown Tesla organizing call, told participants all she wanted to see for her birthday on March 29th is for Elon to be taken down. The heightened political rhetoric against Musk and Tesla come amidst a group of far-left hackers publishing the detailed information of every Tesla owner in the United States, including their home addresses, as part of the campaign to terrorize the company, its customers, and its owners. Yeah, that's domestic terrorism, and all those people should be arrested. But more importantly, Jasmine Crockett needs to be arrested for this. So let's watch this here.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
Completely ignoring this guy.
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence at the Tesla?
And there it is right there. That's battery. And he was injured, so that's battery with causing injury. She needs to be arrested. Pam Bondi, why is she not in cuffs yet? Why hasn't she been arrested? Since this happened in the Capitol, this should be a federal offense. She should be arrested. Elected officials aren't allowed to put their hands on journalists and attack them. That's ridiculous. What happened to protecting the First Amendment, Jasmine? Where did that go? Why do you hate journalists that aren't extreme leftists? I don't understand. You love going on all these shows. You've been everywhere in the last couple of weeks talking all sorts of shit, as you'd like to say. So why couldn't you answer this guy's question? Even so, you didn't want to answer his question. That's fine. But to ignore him is ridiculous. But to commit battery against him is just that's completely unhinged and out of control. And it's honestly disgusting and very deplorable. Well, I wouldn't expect anything else from a disgusting woman like you. But that's another story for another video. So everybody, let me know what you think about this. Should she be arrested immediately for battery? She's on camera battering this guy, and he has injuries from it. So I think she needs to be let out of there in cuffs ASAP. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me a follow on X at MiddleGuy7, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Thank you.